Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Capricorns for the month of March. So what you guys are looking at is the energy you guys can expect to be feeling walking into the month of March. I'm going to update these transits as we get to them weekly, and then I'm going to get to my channeled messages, okay? So since I'm a little late to the game, you guys should know pretty quickly if this reading resonates with you guys or not. So that's a positive thing. Okay, so let's get to it. The first week of March, we have March 1st. Sun in Pisces in your third house is sextiling Jupiter in Taurus in your fifth house. So what should have been experienced or felt during that time? So the Sun and Jupiter, these are both positive energies. This is happy energy. This could be seen as a lucky aspect. So the only thing I would say is if nothing actually happened during this time that you guys saw as happy, positive, lucky, things of that nature, I would say it's because it's a sextile. So with sextiles, this requires you guys doing something. So for example, this is why people believe in like writing down positive astrological dates, so this way they can do something about it. So this would have been a date where maybe because Jupiter is in your fifth house, you guys would have been able to do something like through expression of creative endeavors, or even something with romance that could have been possible. Something of that nature, something related to, I would say, fifth house or third house, where you guys could have put some type of work into this and you would have had a positive outcome. Okay, so with the sextile, you have to do something, and more than likely you're going to get the results you wanted, but regardless, an action is required on your end. But if you guys don't do something, then the energy is just sitting there. So something could have happened, I guess, by another person. This could have manifested to you guys through another person. So again, with the sun being your third house, something could have happened in your local community that was really positive. You could have put yourself out there that day and could have met somebody. It could have just been a feel-good day. Honestly, that's the type of day I look at that with those two aspects. Just feeling good, no BS, nothing bad really, like no bad feelings. So if somebody is depressed or feeling down, that would have been a day where it's like, okay, today's not a bad day. All right, so March 3rd, we have Venus in Aquarius. And it is squaring Uranus and Taurus. So Venus in Aquarius is where? Hold on one second. In your second house, okay, and it's squaring Uranus and Taurus in your fifth house. So this type of transit I don't like in general, because usually 9 times out of 10, Venus squaring Uranus, this has to do with an unexpected bill, something to do with money, and you have to spend more money than usual, or for some reason you just feel compulsive to go shopping and you spend more money than you usually do. It's when it's a square with Uranus, it's something unexpected, and it's usually not positive. Especially with Venus. And the fact that Uranus is in the fifth house, this could have something to do with romance. It could have something to do, because it's the second house, yeah, definitely with romance, the things you guys value, how you guys appear. There could have been some type of miscommunication with somebody, and then there was an argument. And if this didn't manifest physically, then it definitely manifested like internally. There would have been some type of uncomfortable energy. With a square or an opposition, you can't ignore these type of transits. You're gonna feel them one way or another. It's either gonna be friction internally, like you're annoyed about something, or like you get into an argument, or you're just something just not positive, okay? Or definitely money. I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to say this because Venus rules your 10th house, because Venus rules Libra. So 10th house is your career, and you guys have the south node here. So something could have happened, a disruption in regards to work. Saturn is the original ruler of Aquarius, and you guys have this in your third house. And then you guys have Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius. So we have Saturn and Uranus, the rulers of Aquarius. So however this manifested, it would have affected your third house, your fifth house, and your 10th house in some type of way. So yeah, I'm going to say it would have been a disruption through I want to say just, hold on one second. Yeah, it could have been something you valued, and you feel like maybe it got disrespected, just maybe boundaries were crossed. Maybe it didn't blow up in such a big way, but there should have been some type of friction there. All right, I don't want to keep it going, so I'll stop. Anyway, let's see. March 4th, Mercury in Pisces in your third house, sextiling Uranus in Taurus in your fifth house. So Mercury and Uranus are talking to each other, and they're talking to each other nicely. With Mercury being your thoughts, communication, how you guys process your thoughts. Are you guys writing them out? Are you guys communicating them verbally? And Uranus being looked at as intuition, a lightning bolt moment, enlightening, I'm going to say this has something to do with realizing something. I'm going to say you guys were probably, again, it's a sextile, so it takes work. So it's either with free will, you were able to have some type of moment of a higher consciousness with your thoughts in regards to fifth house and third house matters. You may have been able to come up with some type of plan in regards to, let's see, Mercury rules your ninth house, Virgo, and your sixth house, Gemini. So yeah, I'm definitely going to say you probably were able to learn something, understand something. Kyla, hold on a second. I feel like when Mercury is in Pisces, it can either be really good or you guys can have trouble articulating your thoughts, your downloads at this time, because Mercury in Pisces to me is like a different language. You're definitely tapping into something, but how do you put it into words is a whole other thing. It's literally at the tip of your tongue, but it may be hard to express depending what's going on in somebody's chart. And then you have Aquarius energy talking to this Pisces energy. So you basically have, so natally, this would be the 12th house and the 11th house getting along, talking to each other. And these two houses, I feel like looking at it from another perspective, are like another realm talking to you. And I think this way because Neptune and Jupiter rule Pisces. And this is literally getting downloads and intuition from another realm, like something out of this world. And Uranus is very similar in the sense that it is intuition and getting downloads and messages out of nowhere from spirit. So this is what is going on in your thoughts. You guys may be able to articulate this at this time. You guys may be able to dive a little deeper into something you want to communicate, or a plan that you want to act out in some type of way. It may have something to do with creativity or romance, something you guys value, because Aquarius rules your second house. This is your wallet, the things you guys own, and the things you guys value. So I'm going to say there's something you guys are trying to learn about, expand about, and it could be something to do with work for some of you, definitely, because Mercury rules your sixth house in Gemini. March 8th, we have Mercury in Pisces, and it is conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So with these two energies talking to each other, I mean, these two planets talking to each other, for some of you, it's going to manifest positively, and then for some of you, you're going to have difficulty with this. So Neptune is either intuition or it's illusions, all right? And I think that this could be very positive as long as it's talking to another planet in a positive way. And that's exactly what's going on here with Mercury. Neptune is talking to your thoughts. It's talking to you guys in a way where you are able to tap into your intuition, and you're able to articulate your thoughts. You're able to articulate things that are normally abstract, hard to tap into. Because they're conjunct, they're sitting next to each other, they're vibing, they're getting along. I would say that this is more than likely intuition that you guys are tapping into at this time versus illusions. I would say this is a time where you guys, because again, it's in your third house, you guys are able to articulate the vision you guys have. You guys are able to articulate, you know, let's say it's your dreams to your siblings, your cousins. If you guys have been feeling blocked in some type of way when it comes to artistic things, this would be a day where you guys are able to tap into that. For those of you who write music or who write poetry, this is a day where you're going to be able to tap into that type of energy. So yeah, I think for some of you, this could be, I don't really see this playing out, but for some of you, it's got to be this. planning some type of trip, because you guys have Mercury ruling your ninth house. And this could be talking about traveling and you guys trying to figure out a plan in regards to traveling for fun, for like somewhere far away, or, you know, just somewhere that isn't local. I would say, because Jupiter is the original ruler of Pisces, yeah, this could be something you guys are planning with people close to you for fun. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, let's see. Then we have March 9th, Mars in Aquarius in your second house, and it's squaring Uranus in Taurus in your fifth house. So these two planets, when they're talking to each other in a negative way, I don't like this. This would be one of those things. Okay, so in astrology, I always say set it and forget it. I believe that you shouldn't be going by every single transit. You shouldn't be living your life that way. You should be, or I think it's a good idea to write down really positive aspects, because then you can use that energy to your advantage. Maybe it's a day that you have a better chance at winning the lottery, something like that, or taking a trip because of all the people you're going to meet and the experiences you're going to go on. It just would be in your best interest to book a trip or go on a trip that specific day. Same thing applies for negative transits, because this type of transit tells me that there is a chance that if you guys write down this date ahead of time, that if people are acting up on this day, maybe you won't take it so personal, and therefore you won't partake in it. Because Mars squaring Uranus talks about unexpected arguments, unexpected accidents, like you guys could move too quickly, you guys could be rushing to get to work, so therefore it's like you trip or you bump into a shelf and then you get a cut or a bruise. That's the possibilities when it comes to these two planets manifesting when they're squaring each other. So there could be an argument because of where these two planets are in your second house, your fifth house, that you guys get into an argument with, you know, people. I'm going to say, this could be romance again. Hold on one second. This could be arguing with people at home, getting into a fight with people at home. Yeah, I'm just going to say, or people you're dating, possibly. I would just say this is a day to really watch your words, to definitely not take anything personal, to just understand that something is going on in the cosmos and that everybody's feeling it on some type of level. Okay. Let's see. March 9th, Sun in Pisces is sextiling Uranus and Taurus. So you guys have the Sun in your third house and it's sextiling Uranus in your fifth house. Again, this is a positive energy. It's a sextile, so it requires you guys putting in some type of effort, some type of work. So since it's the Sun and since it's Uranus, this is being able to, again, I would say, see something, being able to understand something more clearly than maybe you could before. This could be understanding a way to... This could be understanding other people more clearly. This could be being able to express yourselves more clearly in a way that's more authentic. This could be getting a download, a message from spirit, and then acting on that. Again, there's got to be some type of action on your part. And if it's not a physical action, then it's got to be something mental in order for you guys to use this energy. So there's something enlightening happening, some type of download from spirit, and you guys can express this energy, communicate this energy, or learn more about this energy. It could be about somebody else where you understand them more intuitively. You understand, you know, you understand them maybe more so than you did before. The reason I'm saying this is because when the sun is in Pisces, it's extremely intuitive, and it's happening in the third house. Again, communication, learning, knowledge. And then Uranus, it's talking in a nice way. So we're talking about an enlightening moment in the fifth house, which is creativity, romance, self-expression, and the sun rules the fifth house natally. So yeah, I do believe this has something to do with either you guys understanding yourselves more clearly, with self-expression, like reflecting, or this is more so you guys being able to express yourselves and put yourselves out there in a way that you guys actually value. It's authentic and it's true. Let's see. I would even say it's something you guys could potentially learn about that you like and enjoy. Yeah, that's something too. Something new that you guys enjoy. Okay, so March 9th, that same day, Mercury is leaving Pisces in your third house, and it's entering your fourth house in Aries. So just a few things I want to say about this energy, because I feel like when you read up on it, there's not many positive things, or there's more negative things than positive. So yes, this energy can be looked at as argumentative, because again, Mercury is your thoughts, your communication, writing. How do you guys communicate during this time? And it's in your fourth house, and it's in Aries. So the thing is, yes, it can be argumentative, but this is where it messes up. It can be argumentative because it acts too fast based off of its thoughts. Now, its thoughts, in my opinion, because it's coming from Pisces energy, are very intuitive. Mercury in Aries is onto something. It's fast with its intuition, but it doesn't always vibe with everybody because it doesn't sugarcoat things. It just talks about what it knows. It talks about what it's picking up on. And that usually doesn't resonate with people. Like, people either lack in self-awareness. Like they, not that they, I shouldn't say it like that, but usually Mercury in Aries is tapping into things that sometimes other people don't even realize about themselves. So maybe other people are doing, I don't know, let's just say stupid shit. Like there's a hidden motive, and Mercury and Aries will see this and they'll call them out on their bullshit. But those people won't actually realize that they're doing it because of a hidden motive, because they've been doing things like this their whole life. It's just a part of who they are now. So therefore, when Mercury and Aries calls them out, the other people will just be like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not doing anything intentionally, you know, like I'm just being myself, you know. And usually this can cause arguments, or it can just cause arguments because it is literally calling people out. It's just speaking on its thoughts, and that just, again, doesn't vibe with people. So I would just like really go slow more so with this energy. I don't think it means you guys are off on your thoughts or your downloads. I just think it means that you're more prone to argue with other people because people don't like being called out on, okay? And it's going to be happening in the place of home. So I think that most of us, for the most part, feel more comfortable to call people out at home, or yeah, no, I'm gonna say it, yeah, call people out at home, or people are more quickly to act out, like take their anger out on the people that they live with. So since it's happening again in your fourth house, I think it will be affecting you guys. I think it will be affecting you guys, your everyday It could be affecting you guys at work. It could be affecting you guys in regards to learning, because you guys have Virgo in your 9th house. So if you guys are going back to school, if you guys are planning on traveling, if you guys are learning about the places that you're thinking about traveling, I think this could be disrupted in some type of way. Or if anything, maybe this is going to help you guys manifest that faster, because this is also manifestation energy, in the sense that the downloads that Mercury in Aries gets, it thinks about it to the point where it acts on it because it moves fast. So there could be something to that as well. March 10th, new moon in Pisces. So there is a new moon in your 3rd house in Pisces. What could this be about? And it's in 20 degrees, a Scorpio degree. So the rulers of Pisces are Neptune and Jupiter. So I think for some of you, this is definitely going to be talking about expressing yourselves in a creative way, like putting yourselves out there, because you guys have Jupiter, the original ruler of Pisces, in your 5th house, which talks about creative expression, standing out, shining in some type of way. The sun is the original ruler of the 5th house, right? And you guys even have Leo, which natally belongs in the 5th house, in your 8th house, which is funny because this is manifesting in an 8th house way. So Leo energy is definitely involved for you guys personally. And where do you guys have Scorpio? You guys have it in your 11th house. So, and where's Pluto? In Aquarius, I was just about to say, it could be happening online. Yeah, you guys could be trying to express yourselves like in a creative way or different type of way online, or you guys could be it just could be different for you guys expressing yourselves online, being on stage, like just putting yourselves out there. Maybe it's just something you guys normally don't do. But Pluto being in your 2nd house, this is what this transit is going to be doing with you guys, slowly but surely. You guys are going to be coming into your power in regards to online things, different things. You guys are going to be valuing this energy, changing in some type of way. And it's going to give you guys confidence, and you guys are going to be shining internally. Like there's something new that will be manifesting with your confidence, and it has to do with communication, because it's happening in your 3rd house and it's happening in Pisces. So I think this has to do with you guys and how you guys express yourselves with the collective. That's what I'm going to say. How do you guys stand out? I don't think it's necessarily, like, I know Aquarius energy, and so Aquarius natally rules your 11th house. I don't think this is going to be talking about, like, what do you guys do for the group? I mean, in one sense it is, because it's like, how are you guys, with whatever this plan is to express yourselves and shine and put yourselves out there, potentially online, or it could be social networking, could be, expressing yourself with your group of friends, but I'm getting more so expression online. With Mercury in the 4th house, it could be literally at home you're doing this. But whatever you guys are doing, standing out, it could potentially be helping the collective. It could be a humanitarian thing in one way, but you're doing it your way, which is Aries energy. And this is where the North Node is. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's see. March 10th, Mercury in Aries in your 4th house is sextiling, Pluto in Aquarius in your 2nd house. Okay, so here we go. So transformation of your thoughts, your mind, your communication pattern, the things you guys value. So when Pluto's involved in a positive way with another planet, this is basically a therapy session. We're forced to see our shadow. We're not able to walk away from this. Pluto is trying to help us in a positive way for the better in order to help us manifest whatever it is we want to obtain. So this has to do with you guys. One second. I really think you guys are trying to transform your mind when it comes to putting yourselves online. That's what I'm thinking. Because I feel like for some of you guys, for Sun, Moon, Rising Capricorns or Capricorns, like this has got to be difficult for some of you guys. But at the same time, if this is something you guys have to do or you feel like you have to do, like you're going to do it. And you guys are going to be good at it. You guys are the GOAT. So, wow, that's funny. I never thought about it. So Pluto's in Aquarius in your second house. Pluto rules 11th house Scorpio. Yeah, this is definitely becoming powerful with 11th house things for you guys. So I would be shocked if it's not the internet. I mean, for some of you, yeah, I could see this playing out regarding social networking, putting yourselves out there with applying for jobs because you guys have that South Node in your 10th house. So therefore, it's almost like the universe is forcing you guys to come up with your own business because you guys have Aries in the North Node and Aries in the 4th house. So when the South Node's in your 10th house, of place of career, it's not like it's doomsday in regards to making money. You guys can't get a job. It's like the universe is pushing you guys to create some type of like being your own boss, I would say. And doing some type of business at home. Yeah. So you guys you guys will be feeling this energy more so because it's your second house, your wallet. You guys will want to be powerful here. You guys will really more so. I mean, you guys are already Capricorn, right? But you guys will really want to, I'm sorry, I'm just reflecting here. The South Node in your 10th house, and 10th house is your house natally. Oh, yeah, no, you guys won't take that. And Sagittarius being your 12th house, it's like you guys are really trying to, the strategy here is to expand on your mind, Mercury, like change your own mind with a thought process. Some of you definitely are passionate about this. Some of you guys definitely have that spiritual, like passionate flame that won't go out. Okay, let's stick to the thing. Anyway, so Mercury sextile Pluto, yes. So yeah, you guys will definitely be trying to transform your mind in regards to putting yourselves out there, whether it's social networking, whether it is trying to be social with your friends again, or whether it is... yeah, for some of you, it could be romance. It could be going on like those dating apps. It could be trying to put yourselves out there in that type of way. Definitely. But more so I'm getting the career, the place of the career. And doing something different, something creative. Okay. March 11th, Venus enters Pisces. So Venus is leaving your second house and she's entering your third house in Pisces. Again, knowledge, communication, local neighborhoods, siblings, cousins. So when Venus is in Pisces, this is exalted here. This is that type of energy that you're just going to want to naturally gravitate towards. And therefore, there could be confusion when it comes to love because it's in Pisces. Things can get lost. Things can get confusing. So because you're going to be this type of energy, for those of you that are single and putting yourselves out there trying to date, or if you are dating, and and you're going to be magnetic with this type of energy because people are going to flock towards you. I would say just make sure you're clear with your communication. You're definitely being called upon that, because you may not be on the same page. Things may get confusing. This has definitely like healer energy all over it. So usually people, without really realizing it, they're going to you to be healed. And it's like once the job is done, it's like, so are you sometimes. So, you know, it's considered to be exalted because it's a very attractive energy. Yes, you don't not notice this type of energy. However, it can lead to confusion and heartbreak because you fall for these people really easily, and vice versa. That's one way that this could play out. Let's see. You guys could be investing money into hold on. Yeah, I want to see that. So you guys could be investing money into third house things, definitely. And it relates to the fifth house for you guys. Yeah, and 10th house, career. Yeah, I think that's definitely possible. I think it's also a very creative energy. Like you're literally tapping into, like if you felt or feel blocked in some type of way, or you feel like you're not good when it comes to being creative, being different with creativity, this would be the transit to like give it a try. Like just sit there with a pen and paper and see what comes to your mind. The universe is literally gifting you with this energy during this time. So that's something to think about. And it's connecting back to that fifth house. So yeah, there's something up with that. Hold on. No. Okay, so March 17th, we have Sun in Pisces in your third house, and it's conjunct Neptune in Pisces in your third house. So again, when Neptune is talking to a planet in a positive way, I like this, more so when it comes to creative things, because this is talking about intuition. There is a chance it could be illusions, but again, when Neptune is conjunct a planet and it's talking nicely, let alone the sun is lighting things up. You're able to see more clearly in a place that is foggy, cloudy, not easily understood. It's like you are more prone to understand this energy than you would normally. So I would say that during this time with the Sun conjunct Neptune, again, I think it's an artistic type of energy. You're able to express yourself in a way that would be considered creative. It would be also being able to see what really resonates with you guys when it comes to your daydreams. A lot of us are busy all the time, or constantly like grinding, constantly working, that we're still connected to a quote-unquote dream that doesn't even resonate with us anymore, but we believe it does because we envision that version of us in the future. But does that version, do those things make us happy? This type of transit, I think, can really dive into our mind and see a dream that really does resonate and make us happy. I'm telling you, there's something to that, especially because the sun does rule Leo in your guys' 8th house. So this is something internally that you guys will be able to connect with. But I think it's more so definitely being able to communicate something, see something outward that's normally inward when it comes to creative expression, that may be like almost like locked away, and you're able to get it out during this time. I hope that makes sense. All right, March 19th, Sun enters Aries. So the Sun is leaving your 3rd house in Pisces, and the Sun is entering your 4th house in Aries. So the Sun is exalted in Aries. It's very similar to Leo energy when the Sun is in Aries. It's a confident energy. It's a positive energy. It's very childlike, okay? So this is good that this is in your 4th house, because there's something happening online. There's something happening with communication. There's something where you guys are feeling that North Node energy here about self. And because Mars is the ruler of Aries, you guys are valuing this time at home. I think there's a little bit of frustrations because of Chiron being here. But with the Sun, you guys are going to be able to express yourselves at home better. You guys are going to be able to feel happier. You guys are going to be able to feel more joy, I would say, self-expression, and it will be authentic. It will be real. So yeah, I think if you guys have been not feeling so confident, this transit will definitely help you guys. Let's see, March 21st, Sun in Aries in your 4th house will be sextiling Pluto in Aquarius in your 2nd house. So again, it's like a therapy session, except Pluto's talking to the Sun in a nice way. When this happens, there's a death of an ego, okay? Because the Sun is your higher consciousness. It is who you guys are, okay? It's your confidence. But in a human form, like it's also your ego. We all have an ego. It doesn't matter how spiritual you are. It doesn't matter how spiritually ascended. We all have an ego. But what part of your ego no longer resonates with you? It's kind of like what I was saying before, how we're just so busy and we don't really have much time to just sit back and self-reflect, to think about, you know, oh, does this dream really resonate with us anymore? Like, no, we're usually just working towards it until we have some type of crisis in life that we realize, like, wait a minute, I don't even like this anymore, you know, and then it kind of forces us to change, right? Usually that's how it goes nowadays because we're all too busy. So this is kind of similar to this, except again, it's a sextile. So it requires work on your part. Like there's going to be a moment where you guys see something about yourselves. And then you're going to have this moment where you realize, wait, that's not who I am. Like this doesn't feel real to me. This doesn't feel authentic. And you're going to have that choice, that opportunity where you can like let that go. You don't have to have that part of you interact with yourself anymore. You can just kind of let it die, you know? Like I'm trying not to use these typical spiritual terms when it comes to astrology, but it's true. It's literally how it would work. It's like when you see something, like picture yourself talking to someone and then you realize you don't like this person anymore, so you stop talking to them. It's the same thing in regards to a personality trait within ourselves. It's like when we realize we've hurt someone and we genuinely feel bad about it, usually, I mean, I don't know, but at least with me, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that again. And usually it's like you remember the pain you caused, and that usually keeps you away from acting that way again, right? So this is kind of similar to this. It's like you're going to see something about yourselves that you're like, oh wait, that's not real, or that's not me. And then you have the opportunity to change this, because when we get older, it's hard to change, right? But this transit from the universe is like granting us this possibility. Okay, that same day, Venus in Pisces in your 3rd house is conjunct Saturn in Pisces. Now, if you read up on this energy, it doesn't get the best description. I like this. I like Saturn and Venus when they're conjunct, and I'm going to tell you why. Venus and Saturn, when they're sitting next to each other, they're vibing, they're getting along. This means that they both see each other's worth. They both see the value in investing in one another. They're both loyal to one another, okay? Despite being two completely different planets, right? Because Venus gives us this energy, wherever this is in our chart, where we feel comfortable, this is what we want to invest in, okay? Because it gives us money, it gives us romance, it gives us beauty, it makes us feel comfortable, all the nice things to life. Whereas Saturn gives us difficulty, discipline, hard life lessons, and it's difficult until it's done its job, right? Until it's like ingrained in us, and then it's now a part of us, so now it doesn't feel as difficult. It just feels difficult when we're going through it, and usually they're the life lessons we don't want to learn, but we have to learn. So it's like we have the comfortable energy and the uncomfortable energy, and they're pairing together. They're kind of like the oddballs. However, the reason I like it is because it's not a square. Kyla, please. A square causes breakups. If it's Saturn squaring Venus, this causes possible on-again, off-again relationships. This causes breakups. This basically tells you that you're going to get true love, real love later on in life. Later, because Saturn is time. And if it were an opposition, oppositions work well together when they come together, right? So therefore you'd have to find somebody that's willing to compromise with you, because you both have to give up a little to get something bigger, right? You got to see the bigger picture. But that's hard to get nowadays. So again, my point is that when Saturn and Venus are sitting next to each other and they're vibing, despite there being like a little bit of uncomfortable energy because she wants to go out on date nights and he's telling her, how can we do that if we just agreed on buying a home 10 years from now? We gotta put 10% of our paycheck away each week. You know, why would you even say this? And she'll be like, oh Saturn, you know, something like that. But now he's a little annoyed. He's frustrated because they literally just had the conversation last night. So, but they're still going to stick it out. They're still going to stick it out, and they're still going to stay together. Why? Because they see each other's worth and they understand that it's worth it to stick together. This is why I like the transit. Okay. So this type of energy is happening in your third house. So you guys see something worth value here. You guys see something worth putting time and energy into, and it involves it involves your 5th house and it involves your 10th house. So yeah, this is talking about either romance. I don't really see this too much, but it's got to be somebody's story out there. But it's also talking about your career, okay? Your 10th house. How do you guys appear? And because Saturn rules your 1st house, Capricorn, it's definitely talking about you guys investing in yourselves. There's something here about investing in yourselves. So, and this can be very healing to you guys because Ceres is here. Ceres is that energy that you guys want to look to when it comes to healing and nurturing. And because it's happening in Capricorn, this talks about healing will work best for you this month in a way that includes structure. So with 1st house things. So I think as long as you guys commit, because this is commitment as well, I would say commit to yourselves with whatever type of project this is. Has something to do with communicating. And because, again, your rulers involved, Saturn, time is involved. So this isn't going to be an overnight thing. There isn't going to be results overnight. But it will happen. I'm just looking. Oh, God, can you please stop? Sorry. So then March 22nd, Mars enters Pisces. So Mars is leaving your second house and it's entering your third house in Pisces. I personally don't like when Mars is in Pisces because I don't feel like Mars, sorry, I don't feel like Mars belongs here. Kylo, stop. I feel like Mars is about action, movement, having the willpower to actually get something done that you want to achieve. And when it's in Pisces, I feel like the potential to get lost is very possible. Or walking through the clouds, but feeling like, you know, intuition is guiding you. I mean, I do know a few people who have this placement and they're fine, you know, like it's not, it doesn't manifest in the way that I'm telling you guys I believe it could manifest. I've been told that in Vedic astrology that this is considered to be exalted here, or it does better here. I don't see that. I just don't. But it just depends what's going on, you know, personally in your house, in your natal chart. But when Mars is in Pisces, to me, I'm going to tell you that this being in your third house, I think you guys are going to feel driven towards this, whatever, you know, you guys are working towards. If it is this internet thing, putting yourselves out there. However, this may manifest in a way where you guys are feeling like you're listening to the divine. Listening. Kylo, you got to stop. Oh my God. You guys may feel driven because Mars rules Scorpio, Mars rules Aries. So whatever this is, it's going to be manifesting with 4th house and 11th house things. So you guys may feel very driven when it comes to either social networking, putting yourselves out there, or putting yourselves out there online, and you guys feel like you're like answering the call, you know, like not to be so dramatic, but hopefully you guys get what I mean. Like there's something you guys feel like you have to do and you're going to do it. Okay. I think also for some of you, this could manifest in fighting though. I do think that is possible, with your third house. Yeah, I think it's possible. Excuse me. Okay. March 24th, Venus and Pisces in your third house is sextiling Jupiter and Taurus in your 5th house. So again, this is kind of like the sun and Jupiter talking to each other in the beginning of the month. This is definitely a positive energy, but it's a sextile. So you got to put the work involved. Because it's Venus, love, beauty, the things that make us feel good. There is something positive energetically happening on this day. So this could look like one of those things where it's like, you're like, okay, starting tomorrow, I'm going to, you know, apply quantum physics into my life, and I'm just going to start feeling positive, and everything around me is going to start looking good. Like literally you would be putting in work, right? Because quantum physics is work, like it's mental work. You literally have to like convince yourself in order for things to start changing. This would could literally be that. So yeah, it could also be like you expressing yourself in a positive way and then getting like positive energy back. This is like being, you know, like happy or sweet and nice to people, like putting yourselves out there, like saying hello, how are you, and getting that energy back, and something positive possibly happening because of that. So then March 25th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. Okay, so you guys have a full moon lunar eclipse in 5 degrees in your 10th house. So what do I want to tell you guys? A few things. Okay. So the full moon, to me, this always talks about something being illuminated in our life that needs to change or leave. in order for the things that more so resonate with us to manifest in our life. Things that match our frequency. Usually things unfold during a full moon or just come to light, and sometimes we already knew about these type of energies or we didn't. These things could unfold, like if it's in the house of the third or the ninth house, it could be something with your vehicle, like smoke coming through from under the hood, and it's like you can't technically see it, but like see the actual issue, but you see smoke is coming and you know that it's not good, and now it's time to get a different vehicle, something like that. So therefore it's like a change, and then you need something new. This is what I believe. So this is going to be manifesting with 10th house things in Libra energy. So whatever this is, it connects back to the solar eclipse that happened in Libra on October 14th, 2023. And for this full moon lunar eclipse, this is requiring a change for you guys with the 10th house in Libra, and you guys already have the South Node in your 10th house. So if I want further details, I'm going to look at a few other things. I want to see where Venus is, the ruler of Libra. You guys have it in your third house. Knowledge, learning, local community, cousins, siblings, communication. So, okay, I'm looking at that. What else? And then Venus also rules Taurus and Libra. So we got the 5th and the 10th house going on. Okay. We spoke a lot about your 5th house because of creativity, something about self-expression, right? Now I want to look at the 5 degrees, because 5 degrees is talking about Leo energy. So I'm going to look at a few things. Where's Leo in your chart? It's in your 8th house. Okay. And where is the sun? Since the sun natally rules your 5th house in Leo, it's in your 4th house in Aries. Okay. So I believe this is going to be connecting home and something internally. And what's going on in the 5th house? It's in Taurus and it's ruled by Venus, and we have Jupiter and Uranus. So something different. There's a shakeup. You guys are trying to expand on something here. You guys are trying to learn something here. Excuse me. And so Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius in your 12th house, and you guys have Pallas Athena here. So there's already a strategy when it comes to the 12th house. There's a strategy here, and it relates to this 5th house. Okay, hold on one second. So what will be illuminated for you guys during this full moon lunar eclipse? And it has something to do with October 14th, 2023, and it requires a change. I think there's something. So I'm gonna look at the 5th house in regards to what I think is going to be illuminated. I mean, without a doubt, I know it's going to be the 10th house that connects to the 4th house. So I know the 5 degrees, it's Leo energy, the sun. So something will be illuminated in regards to how you guys speak and your confidence at home in regards to how you guys put yourselves out there. 10th house, like how you guys appear, because again, the full moon, it's going to illuminate 10th house things. I'm not getting so much career, but I'm getting more so how you guys, yeah, I would say like Leo energy, express yourselves, how you guys appear, and it's affected by how you guys feel internally is what I'm getting. And I'm sure it has everything to do with everything that's going on in your 4th house, which is the North Node, Chiron, Mercury, and the Sun. And it's funny because when I do take it a step further, right? Because the 5 degrees, the sun ruling this, it rules Leo, 8th house, your internal world. And when I look at the 5th house, we have Jupiter here. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So this is your 12th house, the things that you cannot see, but about yourself. There's something you guys are already trying to, I feel like, I don't want to say fix, but heal, work on here. And it does relate to Pisces energy as well. So Saturn conjunct Venus, I think you guys are seeing something about yourselves that you guys value, you know, because the 2nd house, Uranus, rules the 2nd house, and it's in your 5th house right now. So yeah, I'm going to stick with what I said. I think something internally is going to be illuminated for you guys in regards to how it affects you and how you guys express yourselves. Okay. So March 28th, we have Venus in Pisces in your 3rd house, and it's sextiling Uranus in your 5th house in Taurus. So again, I like this energy because Uranus downloads intuition from spirit, and it's talking to Venus, love, positivity, comfort. So I think there's going to be some type of eureka moment when it comes to possibly self-expression or expressing yourself or having self-love, or maybe you guys expressing yourselves when it comes to another person. Like being able to do that in a loving way. Because I feel like that's what I was picking up on, was difficulty expressing yourselves in a positive way. Okay, so March 29th, Pallas Athena goes retrograde in Sagittarius. So Pallas Athena is going retrograde. So whatever your strategy is to get something done will be a little bit delayed. You'll have more difficulty trying to figure this out, to come up with some type of plan to get the job done, so to speak. March 31st, Vesta is leaving Gemini in your 6th house and is entering your 7th house in Cancer. Okay, yeah, so for some of you, this is definitely talking about romance here. Or for some of you, it's going to be talking about thinking about romance. Or for some of you, it's going to be talking about wanting to get into some type of partnership that feels like home to you, that feels nurturing, something that feels comfortable to you guys. Trying to think if there's anything else. Okay, with that full moon lunar eclipse, I wanted to say this because I thought it was cool, and then I'm going to get to my channel messages. So Monday, March 25th at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon will still appear full the night before and after its peak to the casual stargazer. March's full moon is also known as the worm moon, according to the Old Farmer's Almanac, and that supposedly refers to the emergence of earthworms. So I thought that was cool. All right, let's get to the channel messages. All right, what did I channel for you guys? First week, I see that you guys will be seeing something very clearly, but not talking about this. You may even be trying to close your eyes to what you see or know. But I see you intuitively picking up on commitment or relationship, and it connects to the past. I'm getting this forbidden fruit energy, and knowing that choosing this path, this person, is very Neptune, unclear, but you know how you will act around this person or feel. And I'm getting the devil in tarot. I'm getting this feeling of chaining this person in a sexual way, like obsession. The first week of March feels like you guys are thinking about which direction to go in, and you guys decide to pull a Uranus and randomly leave or just abort a situation completely. You see someone who you consider to be very nurturing, but there's something about this where you feel you would be slipping on a banana peel if you were to manifest this. Something like that. Second week of March, there's this energy of knowing how another feels. I'm seeing a snail, and then it turns into an emperor's chair, and then I'm seeing the glyph of Pluto. So a powerful person. There's something about how you guys feel obsessed with this person and love what you see, and maybe it was happening slowly over time, but now you feel something so fast. And I'm seeing that you guys feel this person's powerful energy. You know what I was just about to say? Like, now it's coming to me. I'm like, the snail. Somebody else has this month with the collective. I forgot who. But the snail, now I remember. The Empress. Okay. So it's either on the tarot card with the Emperor, there's something on the chair that looks like the snail, or it's the Empress. In one of the tarot decks, there's literally an imagery, there's an image of a snail. So I think for the third week of March, there's this couple. There's the Empress and the Emperor. So yeah, I think you guys are definitely thinking of somebody else and somebody who you guys consider to be powerful. Okay. Oh, sorry, second week of March. Okay, so third week of March, I see you guys are feeling Neptune energy about this person. I see this other person as Saturn, or there's time involved with this person, or things feel like they need to happen right now. And I see you guys observing this person and how there's a bunch of people growing behind them. It's almost like you guys feel like you have limited time to make a move. I see you guys manifesting some type of path of communication, but I see your inner child first, trying to figure that part out. Again, I'm picking up on Neptune energy. I keep seeing an alarm clock and teeth, and then I see this person again. I'm getting Neptune energy and a warrior, like a Neptune god. Not sure how to describe it. Last week of March, I see black smoke leaving the back of your head, and the smoke turns into a kid's toy and it leaves your body. I feel like your inner child holds you back, like this energy mentally blocks you from manifesting or doing what you want. I see you guys holding Yoda from Star Wars, so I think of a spiritual master. And then Yoda turns into a camera, and the camera is on you, and it's reflecting spiritual wisdom because I see trees. So there is this self-reflection going on. And I'm seeing you guys hearing something, like getting a phone call or a message from a spirit, and it connects to Neptune and this daydream you have. I'm picking up on the Empress energy. I'm picking up on Cancer energy, the Chariot in Tarot in reverse, and this being imbalanced energy, like your breathing is heavy. So there's something about this that gives you anxiety. So, so I can see all this confusion in regards to communication because of the things that are going on in your third house of communication in Pisces. And wanting to make a move with that Vesta being in your seventh house. And you're probably slowly feeling it because it's transiting from the 6th to the 7th. But I'm gonna say two things. Jupiter being in your 5th house, right? Venus rules your 5th house, and you guys have Venus in Pisces. There's probably something, what I'm picking up on from what I channeled, unclear yet clear about 5th house things for you guys. And also you guys have Sagittarius in your 12th house, and Pallas Athena goes retrograde. So your strategy is a little bit unclear, and I don't believe it goes retrograde literally, what was it? I think the last day of March or the second to last day. It's probably slowly but surely, like, we'll be feeling this energy the last week of March. I don't doubt that for a second. So, there's probably something about feeling hastiness because Mercury being in Aries, like not moving too fast. And then all of this confusion with Pisces energy in your 3rd house. I would say that that's probably the trip, like the trip up, like hopefully you guys know what I'm trying to say. Like, what makes you guys feel stuck? Because it goes against the Ceres energy in your first house in Capricorn. It's not very, there's no structure with what I'm picking up on, with what I'm channeling. And what would make you guys feel safe and nurtured would be something that is giving you stability, something that is practical. And I don't think these things are. At least that's how it's, when I'm looking at what's going on in the sky and then comparing it to what I channeled, I feel like this makes sense to me. You guys are changing the things you guys value. And it connects with romance, okay? Because romance is coming through with the things I channeled. So you guys are coming into your power with this, like changing the things you guys value with the role you guys play in romance. And there's currently a change going on with this. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's the feeling of obsession and the energy of feeling like you guys lack in control. And Sun, Moon, Rising Capricorns don't like that. There we go. End of story. Okay, so that's what I got for you guys. Let me know if it resonated. All right, bye.